first job is to cook your peppers, because they need about 20 minutes to cool down before you can cut them. It's easy to hold them and cut them with scissors, but to do that you need to leave them for 20 minutes. So we put some foil in a tray. We're going to use Thai red curry paste. Now this small tin of curry paste, how many grams? 200 grams, is vastly different to these jars of sauce. Yeah, that's the paste sauce. You might not realise they are completely different. Now I'm going to use both, but you can't use this one for this step. Yeah, is what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do, so that they have curry sauce on the underside. Right, that worked out perfect. Half on the bottom, half on the top. Temperature wants to be about 180, 185 for a good half an hour. Same with the peppers. The peppers are in there for half an hour. Now, if you watch my other videos, I like to tell people about how to do the peppers. Only 1 or 2 should start to blacken. People overcook them so that they're all black skinned, which is kind of easier to get the skin off, but you just end up with, they're just disintegrated basically. They're just all water. There's no thickness to them. If you do them like this, look, they're still the same thickness. There's no point in cooking some until there's nothing left. The different supermarkets have them all in, and there's only one really that's a go-to, and that's in Lidl, and this is the tikka masala. I'm going to use peaches in light syrup. You could add mangoes, they're very rare, but if you can find mangoes or fresh mangoes. Right, the next step is the mushrooms. I use cheap margarine and soy sauce. Now, that's the one you need. A lot of them are rubbish, absolute rubbish. They're just brown water. You need the dark soy sauce, a premium one. So, mushrooms, then I'll put the mushrooms into a bowl and leave it to the side, and then I'll do the chicken. Now, the way to go with the chicken is, it's much easier to get it marinated, because you will have to marinate it anyway, otherwise it'll all be dry and sort of like a bit, not hard, but a bit sort of rubbery. To stop your chicken being rubbery in the curry, it has to be marinated. So you may as well just get it from Lidl like that. £3 something, so I mean it's a bargain as well, but it's really, really good. This one, they do different ones. This is the tikka one. Right, we are 25 minutes to go. The sweet potatoes, I'm just going to turn the fan off. Keep the oven door shut and they'll still cook. Save a bit of electric. The rice is on. The mushrooms is done, so they're going to get drained into this bowl. Now I've got me curry sauce cooking. I put the peaches in first. Just a little bit of the pear juice. And then I use the scissors to cut them up. That's the easiest way. Then put the curry sauce in. And put that on medium heat to start with. Once it starts, don't let it boil itself to death. Just want a little tiny simmer, just the odd bubble. So get to know your cooker. When I start adding the ingredients, I'll have to turn the heat up because there'll be much more volume. But just while there's that much volume, I want it quite low. As I say, I don't want to boil it to death. I have cooked 5 peppers. I only need 3, but I deliberately do it this way because I'll keep 4 halves on the plate and I'll use it for omelettes. Cut it up and put it in omelettes or in a salad, or you can use it in soups. You know, you can cut a pepper up and put it in a vegetable soup or a chicken soup, you know, or a tomato soup or any soup, you know. Full of vitamin C, more vitamin C than an apple. So I'll keep 4 halves and the other 6 or 8 halves. Now what you do with the rice, watch. See it bubbling now? Now that has to go right down to 1 now. That's where people go wrong. Now keep an eye on it, add a little bit of water, and there's another little trick I do when I'm about to add water. 5 minutes, I'll show you another little trick. It should never boil more than that. See? I've turned that down to 3. Get to know how you can get your temperatures and just simmer lightly. So you're not boiling all the goodness and taste out of everything. Now I'll leave the mushrooms till later because they're quite delicate. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these up. I just hold them above here and use scissors. Another advantage of letting your mushrooms sit for 10 minutes, a lot of more soy sauce, even though you've drained them, they will drain a lot further. So you can sort of hold your hand and hold them and get all the soy sauce and the water out. So you're not putting too much water and soy sauce into you. You want to flavour the mushrooms, but you don't want to flavour the whole dish with soy sauce. So I think that's a good mix there. Right, the little trick with the rice. Just before it starts to go dry, so you're at that stage you need a bit of water. It's hard to do this with, if you just heap everything up to one side like that. And then just put literally a dash, just 1.5 millimeters of water in the bottom. And put your lid back on. Now that will steam all the rice without it boiling away and becoming hard. Basically you want your rice steamed, not boiled. Now I'm about to stir the chicken in, but remember we've got double the volume that we had originally, and I had it on 3. So don't forget, this wants to maybe go up to 5 now. Especially we want it hot for serving. So just to keep the temperature, because you put food that's cooled down a bit, it'll bring the whole temperature down, and we don't want that. We want to keep the temperature up to a nice hotness. Yeah, that worked great. Just holding it with a fork and then running a sharp knife through and then crossways so they're into squares. Now I'll be able to just use this kind of big spoon. Just spoon it in. I'll put the rice onto me plates, then I'll put this pan close to here and then just spoon it in and then give it a good stir and then spoon it on top of the rice. Check out my rice. Yeah, how soft and fluffy that is. Yeah, it's not bound together, it's not glumpy, it's not dry, it's just perfect. It's not wet and too moist, it's just a little bit moist, but soft and fluffy, how rice should be. Look at that rice, I say, look at that rice. That over the way. I'll just spoon it in, give it a stir. Yeah, that worked a treat. So, good stir of this. There we have it. Tony's tikka chicken curry with sweet potato. And that's how much we've got left. I would say 5 portions in there and the one that I've dished out, so it's 6 large portions. Well, all that cooking doesn't mean nothing unless it tastes good. And I can categorically say it tastes amazing. It does amazing. It's honestly one of the best curries. It's not the best curry I've ever had, but it's one of the best I've ever had. Certainly the best one I've ever cooked.